What up, world, and welcome to the new channel. We're out here on our property, and I say we, I mean me, just me. Katie's down there. Anyways, out here on our property, and of course, property on a hill. Got to put trails in. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So that's what I'm doing. Got the corridor cleared last week, and then I went through yesterday and raked all the leaves off so that I had some nice fresh dirt to work with. And then today, so far, I've just been benching in some trail and trying to make this little uphill section that we're starting with not so uphill. So I got a roller. Can't really tell it's a roller, but it's a roller. And then gonna be putting another roller in, which you'll see on the time lapse right now. And then after that, we'll keep benching it in until finally, once we go down, I don't think I'm gonna touch the dirt really. Kind of want to leave it loamy. And then any of the uphill-ish sections, I'll bench in nice and make them smooth. Try to keep as much speed as we can. And then I'll be adding catch berms and rollers in here and there. See if we can't make this thing flow a little. All right, little break from bench cutting. Kind of explain to you the process here. So, as you can see back there, that's completed-ish trail for the most part. Obviously, I want to take care of all the little hairs sticking out, but I'll come back and do that at the end. And here is what it looks like before we do any bench cutting. And that is for the most part what it looks like before you do anything. It's just normal woods, really. So this dirt here is very nice. This top layer is called loam or organic matter, organic material. It's just like decomposing leaves and such. And that makes up, depending on the area you're in and the specific part of the floor of the woods, can be anywhere from non-existent to 6 inches deep or even deeper. So what we do, or what I have done here, is cleared the corridor, and then I raked all the leaves off. Obviously there was a ton because nobody's been in here to remove the leaves before. And got the leaves taken off, and then been coming through with this here 5-inch hoe, a little bit lighter than the 7-incher. Also got a long handle on it. It's what I could get my hands on at the time because Rogue Hoe was sold out of the 7.5-incher with the axe handle. But it's working. Allows you to stand a little further back and reach further if you need to. But as you can see here, I've been scraping off all of the duff, we'll call it, from the top. And then I'll come through and bench in like this area and pull. Luckily we have good clay right underneath that, right underneath the organic layer. So we'll just pull the clay over and make what we call a bench cut. And here's the riding surface. You can't really tell, but it is outsloped to keep water that's coming down from here sheeting off, I should say. And then it'll continue down just making its way, not going down our trail. There's that roller I was talking about before. Kind of hard to see how big it is. It's not really that big. First roller here. This one kind of serves two purposes. Trying to save the tree roots on this big guy and hopefully kind of build us some speed, because it's, if you can tell, this section is a little bit uphill to start with, and then we'll be going traversing and then dropping down some. This is a borrow pit. Well, now it's a borrow pit, but before it was just a mound of dirt that was here. Probably a tree that fell a while ago and pulled it up. But now it's a borrow pit, and when we're done with it, we'll cover it up, pull the leaves and stuff over it, make it look like it wasn't even there. It's kind of what we'll do with all this stuff too. I've been doing it a little bit, but pulling it back towards the trail. That way the trail just blends right in. Well, we're gonna call it a day. Probably won't be out here tomorrow or maybe even the next day because it's gonna be raining. Got everything sealed up, packed in, so rain should continue off of it. Made a little baby catch berm there. Hopefully be able to keep the speed going up the little hill there. And then we'll be into a little bit of downhill with another berm. All right, out here again today. That's where we left off yesterday. And have benched in another 20 or so feet. And got to the part where I said I was just gonna leave it as organic loam on the top. Nice little off-camber section coming down, and started shaping out this berm. Doing it this way isn't necessarily recommended, especially if you're machine building, because you can just stack up way more dirt with a machine. But hand building, and since it's my own trail in my own yard, just took some fallen trees that are rotting and placed them there to hold the dirt up, basically. And started uncovering an area where I'm gonna borrow some dirt from, nice and close. So I want it to carry it too far. Could even just shovel it up there if I feel like it, throw it. And we're gonna stack this up, hopefully, I want to say another foot, but we'll see how it goes. Got it. This is all dirt that I just got from bench cutting it. So it's already a decent size, but we're gonna make it a bit taller, a little more catch on it. And I'm trying to point you up and around that tree so you get a little roller coastery weaving effect. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it rides. I'm guessing the obvious easy line is just going below the tree. But I think if we do this right, You'll be able to get up to here and continue on this off-camber section all the way down to that ribbon down there. And there'll probably be another little catch berm down there. Sick. Here's what it looks like from this side. It's a thing of beauty. Yeah. Stacked about 8 buckets full of dirt on there. And then I packed in the backside and made a pass with the McLeod, and I'm gonna go through with the rake, get all the little rocks out, and then it's time to slap pack, I think. We'll see. Might add another 8 buckets worth. We'll see. Getting tired of digging. It's looking good though. Got the face all slapped up. Just gonna go along the top, hit it with the McLeod straight down and on the back side again. And I'm not sure, I might add more dirt at that end to shape it up a little more. And maybe just a little more catch at the beginning. It's not too bad though, I don't think. To be honest, I do want to take this bit of dirt out and so that the waters will drain down and out. But I don't know. I guess the only answer is to see how it rides and go from there. You can always add more later, right? Or just add more now because it's never big enough. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Got this berm all dialed in, pretty much ready to ride. Might take a test lap on it tonight, we'll see. Definitely a lot of work in it, but looks good. And this little guy too. GoPro shut off. He's looking up here, standing up here looking at this like, why don't we just put two berms there? You can just stay up on this high line and meet up with the other, where the other berm takes you. A little more work, but I think that one took me like an hour. That one took like 5, but I had to move a lot of dirt. Pretty much done in this section. Got a lot of hairs, but it's all right. It doesn't need to look like a golf course. Do have to fill my borrow pit in, cover it up. I can make that a tomorrow project though. I think I'm done for the day. And that's it for week 1 of the trail build series. I didn't get a full weekend at all because it's been doing this raining thing for like every other day pretty much. So that's all right though. I feel like I got a decent amount done this week. And if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll keep them coming. Thanks for watching. Peace.